I just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. I just go with the flow. Just go with the flow.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Rants. And of course, I am your host, your YouTube messiah, often imitated, never duplicated superstar Team Vicious. And gonna go over Raw this week was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okay, yep. So, before we get into Raw, though, we gotta switch gears, talk about last week via the SmackDown Rewind, and the big highlights from last week's SmackDown. Well, it started out with the Usos highlighting and boasting about on how they beat the New Day in a street fight. Woods is out with an injury. Now, it's not long term, but about 8 weeks, I think Woods said himself at the very most, hoping I want to make sure I say this the right way. Hope he comes back soon, but I hope he comes back soon healthy. Not in that, well, I'm going to rush through rehab just so that way I can come back kind of way. But Usos are highlighting on how they won, and now they're going to introduce the next 4 challengers to compete to be #1 contenders in a fatal 4-way. And the challengers are the Viking Raiders, Jinder and Shanky, Los Lotharios, and Cesaro Mansoor. Match was what it was. It wasn't half bad, actually. It was pretty decent. The Raiders got the win. Sami Zayn had a little segment which was a jackass mock parody because, you know, with Johnny Knoxville tossing him over last week, he was a little hot and fluffed, ruffled over that, and his bit was supposed to be riding in a shopping cart, going over a ramp, landing into the ring, and well, that brought back many memories of my teenage years. Stealing shopping carts from Walmart and just be like, okay, rigging up giant walls of sheetrock we took from Home Depot. I don't recommend or encourage any of this, but then run the shopping cart through the sheetrock. We weren't necessarily the smartest of people weren't necessarily the smartest back in the day, folks. But it was fun. Stupid, but fun. And so, but Sammy, he kept chicken shitting as it was like, alright, we good to go, guys? Well, you know, this cart feels a little small. This feels smaller than the one we used in rehearsal. Is this one good? Are you sure? Okay, ready, set, whoa, wait, guys, whoa, what are you doing? It's ready, set, go, and then we go, you know? Alright, ready, set, go. Whoa, wait, the wheels don't feel right. You know, I don't feel comfortable doing this. Let's call this off. And then he gets confronted by Rick Boogs, who got a haircut and now looks like a super jacked up Freddie Mercury look-alike. And then gets a Kinshasa from Nakamura out of nowhere. And yeah. Charlotte had a little confrontation with Lita, who declared herself at being in the Rumble. Let's see, the other big highlights. Sheamus went against Ricochet as payback against what he did to Ridge Holland at Day 1 A.S.H. Let's see. As well as Kofi went against Madcap Moss. Moss got the win. Honestly, personal opinion, which equals out to next to shit given that this is the internet, but what I'm thinking, they're keeping Corbin and Moss looking good and strong as dominant heels until McIntyre comes back, so that way when he comes back and he's like, launches at them like a bat out of hell, which I'm all for. Show ended with Roman and Seth face to face looking at each other, and then Seth just mocking him like, hey, come on, let's do the thing, huh? Come on, do the thing, one more time, huh? It's alright. Hey, congratulations on your title reign and all, you know, it's all well and good. But let's look at the facts. Anytime you've gone against me, it's never gone in your favor. I've always won. And when is the last time you really think you got a victory all on your own? You always had somebody running through to help you to keep that belt, keep that title on you for as long as you have. Roman then just cool and cocky. Man, I don't know what the hell you think you're talking about. I'm in God mode right now. I run this place. I run this company. And honestly, if I wanted to go against a megastar, I wouldn't go against you. I'd go against your wife. Which, ooh, that's a big old hurt piece right there coming from Roman. And then Usos try and do a sneak attack on him. Seth sidesteps and then ducks off. I'm one step ahead of you. I'm one step ahead of you. And so, yeah. So, that's it for that. So now, let's get into this week's show. It starts off with the MILF. I mean, the man. Pretty sure I'm going to get a brain duster for that. Becky Lynch coming out. She's got the mic hyping up on how Doudrop's now the new #1 contender. She's an afterthought. She's not going to, Becky makes people. She's saying she makes people and then breaks people. Which, honestly, kind of explains the dynamics in her and Seth's relationship. So, listen, I'm not one to kink shame, but either way, then Doudrop comes out saying on how she's going to win, she's going to beat Becky, blah, 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 blah. Then Bianca comes out saying on how she's going to be in the Royal Rumble, and when she wins, she's going to main event WrestleMania. Again, she emphasized the again part like that to Becky, so I just felt like doing that. And then Liv came out emphasizing on how she's going to win the Rumble, and then she's going to win. And then we had a little squawk, 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 and then we got the match. Faces were leading early on, and Becky, when she got in there, she was very much so being Becky with, you watch on how I do it, watch what I do, I'm going to end this real quick for us. She starts working it, and then she gets Liv. Gets actually at one point hits Liv with her manhandle slam rock bottom looking move, gets the pin. 1, 2, Doudrop comes in and breaks the pin up, which, okay, that's different, and that was way cool to see. Like, holy shit, okay. So much for the whole, oh my god, can they coexist bit, because honestly that's no, it's been done to death. But Doudrop came in, did a running senton onto Becky to break the pin up, then drug her over to the corner, picked her dead hand up, tagged her in, and then did a splash onto Liv, 1, 2, 3. And if any of you are wondering, well, where was Bianca? She got knocked out outside the ring. After the match, Doudrop then went up on the corner, celebrated, and then did a bonsai drop onto Becky Lynch afterwards. So, all in all, I gotta say that was pretty good. Next matchup we got Kevin Owens going against Damian Priest, and before that we had Kevin doing the KO show where he introduced his guest, his best friend, his partner, the person who he truly believes is going to be the next Universal Champion, Seth freaking Rollins. And my God, again, I stated this last week. Can we stop with the frickin' already? We get it. His middle name is frickin'. Honestly, I thought his middle name would have been Marianne or Sue or Elizabeth even. But not frickin'. Some interesting choice for names and parents. And this coming from somebody with Vicious as their last name. But either way, Owens hypes up Seth, saying on how he thinks he's going to win. He knows he's going to win. He's going to become the Universal Champ. Seth then saying when he wins, he's going to bring the title back to Raw. And then Owens is like, you're going to bring the title back to Raw? You're going to bring it back to Raw? That means we don't have to worry about champions like Brock Lesnar or guys like Bobby Lashley who are chasing after him and all? No. You're going to have a real champ on this show again. So My question is, if, and this is a big if, they do bring the Universal title back to Raw, do we really want to see it with the red leather again? Because, I mean, honestly, I've been so comfortable seeing it with the blue leather for this long. But, either way, Owens officially also declared himself for the Royal Rumble. Priest declared himself for the Royal Rumble when he interrupted and then said him and Owens are having their match now. So, this really good, nice, good action. This caught me in the Ring of Honor nostalgia feels because you had Kevin Owens, who's a former Ring of Honor World Champion, and you had Damian Priest, who was a former Ring of Honor Television Champion, side by side going at each other. And the KO show also hit some nostalgia with two former Ring of Honor champions in the ring at the same time. Just think about this for a minute. You had a lot of good talent from Ring of Honor work their way through WWE, you know? Just saying. Either way, this good match, really dug it. It was decent enough on how match was good. How the match came to an end. At one point, Owens wound up getting his knee and started doing like the Peter Griffin. Doing that with his knee, and the ref was like, "Whoa, you okay? Can you continue?" I'm good. And then the ref's like, "Whoa, we need a trainer. We need a trainer over here." The doc comes over, starts asking Kev, "You okay? What hurts? How did it happen? When this, that, and the other?" Priest's just in there like, "Fuck's going on?" He starts to walk over to him. Next thing you know, Owens, boom, kick to the gut, hit him with a stunner. 1, 2, 3, stick a fork in him. He's done. People want to go and say, "Oh, Owens isn't the most honest guy," but hey, let's also face facts. Eddie Guerrero made a career not just out of cheating and stealing, but also lying. So if you're gonna get mad about KO lying, y'all may as well get mad about Eddie for lying. I said what I said. You want to come at me for it? By all means, say something in the comments or hit me up on my Twitter at TimVicious. Next matchup, we got the triumphant return of Finn Balor after being gone for a month against Austin Theory. And before that, Theory had to sit down with the old man himself, Vince, looking at him. Now listen, pal. I'm telling you now, you're going up against Finn Balor. His return after you eviscerated him. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to beat him. I want you to hurt him. I want you to brutalize him. And if you don't, I'm gonna brutalize you, pal. I'm gonna make sure you're nothing more but a giant pile of blood and bones and broken teeth. Which, okay, having a 70-something-year-old jacked up man saying something like that to me, that may put a small fear of God in me. Emphasis on maybe. Put a fear of God in me. But, you know, I will say this. Despite what everyone says about Theory, yes, he can perform in the ring, but the way he delivers on certain things, like his facial expressions, like the look he had on his face as Vince is saying it to him, like, holy shit, this fucking guy's nuts. And he signs my paychecks. Holy shit. Like, that kind of look on his face was like, fuck, this kid gets it. This kid fucking gets it. Now, if he could be tailored and groomed the right way, I could see Theory being put in a championship position. I'm not saying any title. I'm not saying world title or intercontinental or US, but I'm saying he could be in a title position, any of them. I'm not sure which one. It all depends on where he's at as far as what the people gauge him at, but yeah. So as far as this match went, Theory, he led at the start. Finn wound up leading post-break. It was really good to see Balor back, you know. I dug the shit out of it. Match came to an end when Theory wound up hitting him with the ATL, caught the 1-2-3. And then afterwards, he did a post-match beatdown where he did another ATL. And then of course, click, 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 took a few selfies. So yeah, did that to prove a point because the old man said he wanted him to beat the snot out of Finn. Okay. So, next matchup we got, well, we're supposed to have a match. It was supposed to be Rhea Ripley versus Niki A.S.H. But Zelina and Carmella came out. Whew, needed my heart pills when that happened. And again, I'm pretty sure I got a feel a brain duster coming. They came out emphasizing on how they were right about Niki and on how Rhea should have dumped her. They didn't need each other, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. And then Niki proceeded to beat her up because proceeded to then beat up Rhea and then walk off. And, well, honestly, while on paper you would assume Rhea would turn and be the villain, but let's think about it like this. And I think about this line a lot when it comes to characters. From the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Willem Dafoe, he said it. The one thing everyone loves more than to see a hero is to see the hero fall, fail, die trying. Same thing, that can apply with wrestling. If there's one thing everyone loves about seeing a great babyface is when they eventually turn heel. Now, while Niki is almost a superhero, and hero, emphasis on hero, what better thing to do than to turn the almost hero into a villain? Huh? I mean, come on. Next up, we had the squashiest of all squash matches, Omos against Reggie. And, well, before the match even happened, the 24/7 crew, Tozawa came out, got slammed. Truth, like, okay, dog, I'm out. Got out. Omos got face-to-face with Tamina, turned around. Reggie then tried to jump at him, which was about as effective as, well, trying to run through a brick wall. Omos then repositioned him, two-handed choke slam, dropped him down. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely enjoyed that, and I'm not normally one for squash matches, but hey, yeah. Next up, we got the Street Profits, Ray and Dominik we got an 8-man tag match. Street Profits with Ray and Dom going against Ziggler, Roode, Apollo Crews, and Commander Azeez. Kind of for an okay, kind of start, where it was Dominik for a minute, then Ray, and then Ray and Roode got tossed outside, and then all the heels in the face squared off at each other like this outside in front of the commentator table, and then end of sequence, fade to black, they go to commercial. Now I get it's a television show with a live audience, and the audience doesn't know that the camera's cut right then and there, but all I'm thinking is, man, that is ugh. I didn't like that. But we come back, raise the punching bag, post-break. Dawkins, believe it or not, Dawkins gets the hot tag and starts cleaning up house, going good. Really works good out there. Match comes to an end. He hits a spine buster on Apollo Crews, tags in Montez Ford. Ford goes up, does the frog splash of his, gets the 1-2-3. After the match, Profits are in there celebrating, dancing, we won, yay, all this, that, and the other. Then Ray and Dom toss them over, talking about how, hey, all's fair, Rumble season, right? Right? Yeah. And then Ray tosses Dom over like, hey, listen, kiddo, you gotta have eyes, man. You gotta have eyes. You gotta pay attention to this stuff. Which, you know, given the fact that Dominik is given the fact Dominik's Poppy is Eddie Guerrero, you'd think he would have known better, but I guess not. So anyways, now we come to main event of the night. The almighty Bobby Lashley going against Seth, Marion, Aloysius, freaking Rollins. I'm going to get his middle name right, I think, at some point. And this was, I forgot to mention this during the KO show segment. He said he could take on Bobby Lashley, and then after hearing that, then they did a little cut later on in the show saying, after Seth's comments on the KO show, WWE management decided to make this match official, and then that. So as far as the match went, nice back and forth. Seth wound up leading post-break. He was working on Bobby's knee, which was kind of interesting because, okay, listen, I dig the shit out of Bobby Lashley, but I don't really ever recall a time most people ever thought of trying to target on an area to wear him down like that, ever. And I'm not saying that to try and blow smoke up the guy's ass, but, I'm thinking, even ECW time, SmackDown time, even his time with TNA, doesn't recall off the top of my head. It may have happened, but I don't recall it. So, but it was a damn good, decent match. I dug the shit out of it. Match came to an end, though, when Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander came down, started beating the shit out of Lashley, so technically Bobby wins in a DQ, but Lashley, being Lashley, hulks up, and I say that in the Incredible Hulk kind of way, not in a Hulk Hogan way. He rages out, takes out both guys, plows Benjamin through the through the timekeeper's barricade, and Seth's just looking like, whoa. Oh, damn. And then the Usos come out through the crowd and then do a double super kick onto Seth, and then they get out like, yeah, you had us last week, but we got you now. We got you now, boy. We got you. So, folks, before I hit the end credits for this show, let's just take a moment to appreciate. This is 2 weeks in a row with no roll-up finishes. Let's all take a moment to appreciate whatever God you pray to that has happened. So, with that said, that is it for this week's show. So please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the episodes when you can. Look for me on the Twitter at Tim Vicious. Make sure y'all, like I said, like the video, subscribe, go back, watch some of the episodes. Thank you to my executive producer, Ray Ben, who did provide the music for this week's show. Make sure y'all check it out. It's on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, all that good shit. Details are down below. Also, thank you to contributor to the show, LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship. They're a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of MMA. Whole lot of attractive women wearing a little bit of nothing. And folks, don't forget to follow all these cool-ass cats from Reddit on the Twitter, Kenny Killer, DSB_RV, Diabolica RA, Sergeant Curry Pants and Dubs in your face. And folks, like I always tell you, you love me great, you hate me. Fuck you.